Hello, peeps. This is Ozie Jaffa. Sometimes you meet people and you think it's going to work, and you will never know that their motive is entirely different from yours. And if this is not ascertained early before the relationship begins, then the two of you will just be going in a very parallel lines than you ought to. I don't know, for some reason, I treat people according to their age for some reason. I think I was brought up that way. In my house, somebody who is your senior with just 1 year, when the person is talking to you and commanding you, it looks like the person is your senior with some sort of 10, 20, 30 years. And it is so pathetic that when you try to even be defensive, eh? A sweet sound slap that will reset your head almost immediately. So that made me to realize that I grew up in a family where age is not just a number. This is another video that may go viral. So some kind of upbringing made me realize that age actually is not just a number, because like I said, in my family, when you do anyhow, you go see anyhow. Once the person is your senior, even with a day. So when you realize that your senior is talking, you shut up. When he asks you a question, you answer. When it's rhetoric, you don't answer. If you answer, you'll be beaten. So that went on and on until we all grew and realized that age really is not just a number. So what am I particular with when a guy approaches me to say he likes me? I am more concerned with your age. I treat people really according to their age. There are some people that you meet, their age is exactly opposite. Hey, I don't want noise. When you meet people, you realize that the way they behave is entirely different from their age. And you will notice that some, they behave way older than their age. And when you meet such people, you'll be glad because nkata ga na-adaba. You'll be talking well with the person, not minding his age or her age. It's just vice versa. It doesn't matter whether you're a boy or a girl. Then, like, when I say sometimes that I don't feel a wish to have anything with anybody that is younger, some people assessed it like I wasn't in the new millennium era, or that I am too archaic, or I don't even know what's up, that the young guys are so vibrant and they know how to make a woman feel good and the rest of it. But it outweighs that. For instance, I'm just going to give you an instance. I ran into something in my Gmail. You know, Gmail has a way of Gmail has a way of saving your pictures, and you can get it anytime over time. And I just ran into a very, should I say, this is the most nasty thing I've gotten myself into. But still, it is a very good eye opener for someone like me. And I am willing to share so that we all can learn. It's not for clout and it's not for ridiculing anyone. So, I had a friend, he's from Isoch. and I'm from North Fija. We're just close, neighboring towns, and we see ourselves as brothers. Onye Urumba de menwonyi Isochi anything because my town North Fija and Umuako in Isochi and Umuako North Fija na Oro are of the same parent. So if you know culture very well, you will understand that North Fija is in Anambra, Umuako is in Isochi, and Oro is in Enugu State. But these three villages are of the same parent. So that made that friendship very interesting for me. Like if there are disputes in North Fija, somebody from Oro and somebody from Umuako would come. If there is a dispute in Umuako, somebody from North Fija and somebody from Oro would go. If there is a dispute in Oro, somebody from Umuako and somebody from North Fija will have to go. So like that. So it was a very good friendship for me. We weren't dating at first. But anybody who knew me before I had a child knew that I made an announcement that I was going to have a child. It wasn't like it's new. It wasn't new to anybody that was close to me. Ekulumia for like 2 years before it eventually happened. So he's my friend, and I also made that proposal that I was going to. It's not a proposal. I also said it out that I was going to have a child at a given age. Maybe he took it for a joke, but be that as it may, baby happened and I moved well because we weren't dating. We were just friends. So, but one thing led to another. Whether it's the bond from the child or something, there was affection. And because I never ever gave it a thought of dating the person, I said, onye nke a mamo for way, way long and suddenly is interested in me not minding my baby happening and the rest of it. Maybe he means well. And of course, I just gave it a shot and we began. But here is the thing. Believe me, when you're dating somebody that is younger, no matter how matured that person tends to be, gets to a point that age difference will show. Believe me, maybe because of my kind of reasoning, I don't know for some others, but I think for me, sometimes the age difference shows forth and you can't hide it. So I was particular. The first thing I ask anybody that comes around me, believe me, is how old are you? But I asked that question, how old are you? And he won't answer that question. So one day we were sitting on the bed and he brought out his passport and he was trying to show me something. And I made attempt to see that age, year, date of birth. And he snatched it away and put it somewhere in the room. So, but here is the thing. He let me know that his television was a camera. His TV was a camera. There was a camera to the TV. So when I slept in the morning, he went away, he went out before myself. And then I took time to go and check out that place that he hid that passport so that I can see the age and know why he's not very comfortable telling me his age. Uwebu no would go the passport from that place. I opened the wardrobe. It was just filled with clothes. I didn't know where to begin. I opened the other wardrobe. It was just filled with ngongo. I didn't know where to begin. I searched the shoe area. Kamamo debele there. He didn't put it there. I just did not know where he dropped that passport. So I said, I will know eventually. So I left. Then, before I left, he was washing something in the washing machine and said, just look at this washing machine for me. Look after the washing machine once it's finished spinning. Just remove it from the water and spin it. Once it finishes washing, remove it from the water and spin it. Me, in my foolishness and magnanimity, I wondered how I was going to remove a cloth from the washing machine and just spin it without rinsing it. So I was thinking the thing was connected to the bathroom, but I didn't know it wasn't connected. So I flooded that place. And then yes, the molo of cleaning. So eventually I just eventually cleaned the whole place after rinsing it and allowing it be there in the washing machine. So I left. In the evening, I left and I left with the key because I totally forgot that I was supposed to drop that key somewhere for him to pick. But I was late. I forgot. So after work, I went home. And in the evening, he then called me at 10. Say, where's the key? I said, Jesus, I am with the key. Oh. He just drove down to the house. And I said, Chelo, no. Oh, we were like this. Hold on. Oh, the key. Can I have the key? He just didn't talk to me. Can I have the key? Can I have the key? I'm wondering because I had called at 6 after work. I said, do you know I flooded your house, but thank God I cleaned it even though I went late to work. This was what I did. I didn't just finish washing the clothes. I rinsed the clothes and helped you spin the clothes, but it's still there. So when you get home, just dry it, forgetting that I was with the key. So he now came to the house and angrily, he was wanting just the key. He doesn't even want to say. So I became confused whether or the key in a way that I went home with it, or because I washed his clothes that was making him really angry. Because I realized he doesn't like anybody to touch his thing. Doesn't like it at all. He's just this too much Mr. Perfect kind of person. I chopped that snot whether you're Mr. Perfect. I just do not have boundary in love. I'm a very stupid person when in love. So I couldn't pinpoint his anger, whether it was because I left with the key or whether it was because I helped wash his clothes. That was his anger. So I started pleading. Not that night. So he ended up not collecting the key because I wanted to just go calm him down or give him why are you driving this rough just to collect a key? He just left the key with me and went away. Hey, okumu unsobu boy. You know? So eventually the next day, I didn't know where he slept. I don't know whether he broke his door or whether he broke the key. But in the morning, I just wrote, in that same night, I said, you know what? I don't know why you're this angry, but come and take the key, please. Or tell me where to bring it so I can bring it. He didn't reply that message. Rather, he blocked me on WhatsApp, blocked me on whatever, the 2 lines. He just blocked me. Hey, I'm asking him face because I can't write him, I can't call him. I just was very confused. I didn't know what to do. In the morning, the next day, I don't know where to meet him because he's a just very early crawler. I went to his house. He wasn't around in the morning. In the evening, no, I didn't go in the morning. In the afternoon, though, I just knew he was going to figure out what to do with that key. Manadiwe did too much for me. I just said to him, this kind of anger is too much, really, for anybody. I don't know why you're angry. If it's because I washed your clothes, sorry. If it's because I went with your key, please, I'm ready to replace the key. I just was confused. So in the evening, I went to the house. He wasn't around. I wrote an apology letter and I put under the door. Agochaya, Nkitia, I'm still blocked. I cannot text, I cannot write, I cannot even call either on WhatsApp or on a normal call. The next day, I went there again. I wrote an apology letter and I dropped. The third day, I went there again. I can mumusha for love. The third day, I went there again. I wrote an apology letter and I dropped. The fourth day, I wrote an apology letter. I wrote 4 letters. on separate days. So on this particular day, you know, when then you get offended. I don't know if it happens to anyone. I got offended. Excuse me, why am I even begging this much? Because you know, I just wrote a letter, you know. I came to that house and he was around. And the next thing he did was, instead of open the door for me, he now jam locked the door. Nọdụ kụkata aka nkịtị akpụkpụ nọdụ yọkata ya biko nkịtị akpụkpụ njust jiri nwayọ tụgharịa onam. I just went home and then wrote a nasty letter. And I said, I don't understand why you're this angry. Is it because I helped wash your clothes, or is it because I went away with your key? I don't know why you become a demigod that I beg and beg and beg, and it looks like I'm begging God. Please, if this is how I need to beg in this kind of relationship, so he then replied, they can see, oh, text. But text, text. He then replied that I use the demigod on him when I am trying to apologize. The cocoa body that I washed the clothes and that I touched the key, even though those ones were secondary. Then it looks like after he broke into his house, maybe, I don't know. His friend was around when I tried to search for that passport that I didn't see, just to check out his age. But the friend was in his room. Me, I was in a separate room. He said that I am a stupid girl, that I forgot that his TV was with a camera. Baby, I'm using it. I'll give you one. That his TV was with a camera, so that I went searching his house. Hey! Oh, Tio. I say, wow. Okay. So I was actually begging for the wrong reasons. I didn't know. I was thinking it's because I washed your clothes and maybe you left with your key. I didn't know that it was because your camera captured me looking for that passport. Then I now told him, hold on a bit. Camera TV. TV camera. Was it for me? Because I met you with that TV in your house, but was it really that is that what it is? We're special. And see, you know what? I think I had a separate motive in coming into this relationship, and maybe you had a separate motive in dating me. Apparently, you were looking for things that you could get out of the relationship, but I was looking for somebody interesting to be with, you know. I can make you really, because while we were saying this, it's never done anything for me. I've just been the one loving the stupid ass out of him. Is it not me wasting my fuel coming from Emene to Transekulu to come and see him? Or, hold on, am I all right? Would you will make love is love. When I say love is love, just forget it. Because we were just friends until love happened. And then, I was so disappointed that he said that I was, that I was snitching on him, that he saw me on the camera searching his room. How dare him come to my house to search my room? I said, brother, you know, this relationship has just been me going to his house. Remember, this relationship has just been me going to his house. He's never been to my house. All this while, because the relationship was just new. Ihe na agwụ bụ under 1 month, enwe ogwe gbese. Iwefu ihe mmaha eji wee mee anything with onye ọbụla bụ nwachi ma ọkwa na onye ntọrọ. I must know your age, and they see as a kitipa agbagbo. For real. So I now said to him, hold on. So that means that I couldn't just, express myself in my boyfriend's house. I need to be monitored. I need to be looked at in the camera. Wait, is this TV actually for me to be monitored? Really? I can't believe this. Hold on. Where's here? Biadio, I know where your valuables are. I know where your wristwatches are. You wear good wristwatches. I know where your sneakers, your good shoes, I know where they are. See, I went really here and here to check for this. And when I didn't see it here and here, I didn't bother anymore. What could you be thinking that I was looking for? Nenu. You dropped this thing here the day we had a conversation about age. And I went straight there to look for it. Mana obu ni wopu gie. Omu ki nene na camera. Anya piakwal. So, the long and short of it is that, well, I let him know that I'm sorry that I was actually apologizing for the wrong reasons. First, now I know that the camera is actually for me and I'm going to be looked at every now and then from the camera, so I cannot express myself in my boyfriend's house. Therefore, Nyanwajiziaki say eti biodo kechiko no na ha hazinsia, yes, very well. And that is the reason. But you were all over me all of a sudden. So how come you're intolerable? You're not how tolerating we here and you think you can hold down a relationship. What's it about your age that was so inezuru? You know? Where's here now? Since Amorum is Romoshi. The ones I tried, I was caught. Ezun Romoshi. So that means I cannot even express myself with you. What are we then doing? Biko, akuna ademaba, uri ademezu. This was what I looked for, and when I didn't see it, I was calm because I knew eventually I was going to see it someday. So if you think, was any of your thing missing? Or Bankit? Were you looking for anything after dance? He didn't answer. Hi, Arwe Memo. Hi, Ozio Major for you, Irienshe. Irie latrine. Ai. Just, Kam na nang nyara akpala ọvụm. Nwa jejeli anwayoli. Una. Mama chari. Una. Nyara akpala ọvụm na agbada. So, at some point. Oh, hold on. When you finish, you're eating cake. Tawago the cake. So, at some point, I knew that the relationship wasn't based on trust. In fact, also no barrel pusher don't make money ajeyewa because na amamumo obohomonyohi practically, but his disposition gosilina mu bonyori, because I searched for something without his consent. And we see now, Okwima, I can send you to my house to check out something for me if I'm not close by. So that means you don't trust me so much. Even money na wunsie ni obisie obuhogo na eweta gie isoro murie iji ewe gwa m hey na odu ka ma choro inye gi osina nchoro inye gi na nsi okwa nni mu na gi so iri de ki choro ke a na enye gi ihe nwa I see that no nwe di ihe awo na etiri ni mi self ye mi just he was talking anyhow. He was just talking anyhow. I don't know how to express this, but I wasn't quite comfortable with the age was totally different from the characterization. As much as no tologo badimba, the character was not synonymous with Otuoha. And I cannot say for sure that his age was commensurate with the character. So the age, the different, the character, the different. But still, till today, Amorokwam age, yo. Do you understand? So Omelo, interest, they lost first. Now here is the thing. Because the relationship was centered on me constantly going to his house. What happened as well, then, Olu on a Sunday, I made a very wonderful stew and amache kwano. tinye ezigbote anụ ọkụkọ ndụ egwu and invited him over. Ọkwa ya edego ya asigo sorry udo adugo. He didn't unblock me. Oh. Very wrong man, William. You can say that again. Mwesia, you can come to the house. Ebe a na-enye gị nri kemgbe ị na-arabayarị na-eri thank you na-eri very much. Ị naghị eweta ego nri ngwa bịarị bịa m ka ị bịa rie nri. Bobo wee kwadocha nri wee meshichaa nri wee mezichaa nri. Ọ naghị ata n'ofu anụ na-abọ na ịtọ. Hey! Ewuchi m oziọma eji ọfọ ezuzunye ụgwọ m ọkụ. Hold on, I'll give you honey. When you finish eating, m ga-enye gị. Wee bịa be m. Arziki ya ci uban nada ɗan gatan uwa, ɗan kutumar uwa. O wee bata be m. What? Like, ị ga-afụ shock. Mana enwele ịdị sọpụrụ anya azụọ ya abụ ede. Jewe adịghị mma, naba adịghị mma. Ọ batagod first. Ọ ghọtachara ya ọfụma ma ọ be mbe ihe a ka ọ be onye ọzọ. Because obi na just 2 rooms and I was fine with the house. I never ever complained. You know? And obodo now the so sophisticated. Orute na be mu ofu na camera adịrọ na TV. Na ihe do na be mu bụ 7 cameras all round. Ọ nọrọ nwayọọ. Ọkwa ifuru ndị be anyị onye amaghị igwe na-awa ọfọ igwe kama ọ ya etu igwe maazị. I spoiled him. I'm telling you. Ofu cameras. I dared him around ofu camera. I didn't make anything known to him. I just invited him for a meal. Ka ofu kene bema ha obia nuro. Obia bemu ofu bemu onoro nwayọọ ọchọbụ udo. Ị na-anụ? Ọchọbụ udo. Akụ na-etigbu iro. The moral to this story nkolu Bona, we all have some kind of reason that makes each of us take a drastic decision not to repeat a kind of mistake. We all have some reason for not repeating the kind of mistakes that we've done in the past to avoid a repetition. That's why I am very meticulous about people's age. That's why when I meet you, achọrọ m ịma ahụ n'ede ọ na-enyere m aka amara m mmiri na-asa na agụ na-asa igwugoro ka mụ na gị nọ n'ofu page. In 2-3 ga-ama in 2-3 hours m ga-ama ma nkata ya adabanwuru mụ na gị ma ọ na nkata ya adabanwuru mụ na gị. That's the way it is with me. Yeah. So when you see, go and wear your clothes. Go and wear your clothes. Or say so. Jejirefe. Or say so. Name also. So ka ọ nọchara riche osikapa amarịsị with anụ amarịghe with mmanya juru nnukwute oyi ọdaji. Ọfụ na ya anaghị enene kamera n'elu TV. Na anyị na-anọ n'ime ụlọ na-enene onye na-eje eje na onye na-ana ana. Ọ nọrọ nwayọọ chọba udo. People of God, you see this life? This life no balance. And when some decisions that you will take, shit that happen. You will say, hey, na muna nwa bukwana source of friends so na emekwana nwanne na ọ ka akakwana mma ma ọ bụ na anyị mebe source nwanne. Hey. you will just do hey, hey, hey. That's hey, 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 no go finish. I swear. Ima, I saved that conversation. Google Drive just brought that conversation up for me. And I read through that particular insult one after another. You know? I just was very dehumanized. I felt used. I felt dumped. I felt trampled upon. Mana, nkenekwa chukwu, that I was able to gosikwu na Isaiah dị iche, azịza dị iche. Na enwere ihe dị iche. Capital ka ọ na ọkpa efi. I don't know the people he's been meeting in the past. Maybe because Amada Asia guy, ana m abịa bere nye m ego fuel. Oche no mmiri ka nna agba na tank. Maybe because I never told him, guy, you know what? Airtime na phone ma go put some. Ofilu na ihe nji akpụ ya na abụ nje na toilet nyocha mamiri were m recharge ya phone m. Ọ na-atụ ya. O nwete ukwu ebusari ya ọ na-egwopịa. Hey! Arụ mere. Ihe ọjọọ na-atọ ọchị, hapụba. Ihe ọjọọ na-atọ ọchị. Anụ kaka nnọọ achịa ihe ọjọọ ọchị na ọ na-adụ mkpa. You know? So that was exactly how I overcame such misdemeanor. You know? Just laugh. I'm just telling you this story so that I can make your Sunday. Only a lot of women who have missed several guys whom they think they could ridicule maka otu o si wee bịa na otu o si dress na otu o si portray himself. They thought that he doesn't have anything to offer. You won't know that the guy na-anya nnukwu arụ. In that relationship, thinking that Nibu a money-making machine and that they've come to milk from this machine. And when Ipachikoro and behaved like there was nothing in that particular machine, they begin to then they try to chase you away because they feel she's got nothing to offer. We love it when you meet us and you know that we don't have nothing to offer. It's good when we are presumed not to have anything to offer. So, Ndebai, if you're that kind of man who will put software for me to constantly check me, mambia be me mesapu ahụ nyụpụ ahụ na anyụni ahụ enu as onye no be my man. Then you tiri mu camera na TV nenebe mu nwa nwe ejiofo and tell me that's your gadget for monitoring me. Ebe mu nwa ji nke mu n'aka na monitor go ebe ọbụna ị na-eje. You dey mad. You dey mad well. Ofuru ọ chụrụ onwe ya n'ụgbọ, ọ sị na ụgbọ eruteghị. Yes. Ọ chụrụ onwe ya n'ụgbọ. Ihe ọ na-agwa ndị mmadụ bụ na ụgbọ eruteghị. Some guys don't fuck up plenty. Their fuck up don't fool this house. You see love. Adegbe na afia. When you see one, grab it. Grab it. When you see one, grab it. Don't joke with it. Badawa. Also, excuse me. Grab it. Such opportunity may just come only but once. May never come again. Believe me. So guys, I hope you've learned something. Do not judge a book by its cover. Ineje n'ịfụnanya. equity, fairness, with clean hands. Elements love and thought. The first thing you should do when you meet a woman, marebo siapotora or rimpa. That's the first things first you should do when you meet a woman. Know where she dey follow comot from. Ije buru anụmanụ buru winch. Efu mere onwe. How on earth can you be dating someone a married be really? It was actually a very good and bad mistake. Because ọ bụrụ na ọ fụtụrụ nwa be gị, ọ kwaitụrụ onwe ya ugwu. Love is love. Love achọrọ ịma mmerụ nwa big man ga-eji wee na-eje ataidi gate man na be gate man. Love is love. Maka ọwụ na o mekata amara na be m ụka biye mma mmarị mma. O ya ha emekata gwa m na TV ihe na-enene m. O memi ya. Kami o nenecha ma ọ daji. Ọ chọwa ego efuzi ọbịa jụọ m ya. Ndị ihe na-enenere m na TV gị na kamera gị. Nsị ya nna ahụ, ị na-abata ezekwu ugwu ama m na ị na-abata ebe ọbụla m nọ n'ụwa. Anyway, o jele o siri ọkọ nka. O kwetekwuru na ihe otu kwuru. O were bụrụ ya ndị be anyị. Do not judge a book by its cover. Some are just very quiet. We don't make a hell of noise. No noise. No noise. So, na-emeghe na-eme n'udo. That way. Monkey a na-eje ahịa, anyị anaghị amabọsị ọ na-anata. You want to go? Because a lot of young people come for you for various reasons. That video we did before, yeah? A lot of young people come to you for various reasons. N'agbanyeghị na Yahoo ewuwego and na all just very few nwere aka ọrụ. Those ones who are so young, they naive. Ha nwete ha nwa nchọnche ego ha feel na ha arrive go. Especially ha na-enyeju nwa onwe ha afọ. Ha mara na enwere ụmụasa bụ like a sucker in their families. Na-enyeju not just onwe ha afọ, but na-enyeju mama, na-enyeju ụmụnne, na-enyeju ụmụnna, na-enyeju obodo, na-enyeju one or two persons afọ. Then Ginwa, as a young chap, biakutie, say no love, and she accepts. Then you are expecting a lot from her because Nimwelo an ulterior motive. For such person to say no love, you know it's a lie. It's just having fun because na offer ihe bialia na free. Learn. I tell a black man, say you're gonna learn the hard way. Learn. So when I say I assess people first according to their age, and we reason. Anya da atụpụtacha ihe niile na ofu mgbe. Enwelu reason. Ọ ga-eji wee bụrụ njụ ọrụ nna ahụ ole ka edo. Egwa m. Amarụ m ka m si shape ọnụ were agwa gị okwu when I'm talking to you. Amala m the kind of reasoning that you have. Ebute constructive, superior arguments. Amala m ka isi ada n'okwu ma ị na-ada okwu ka ị na-ekwu ite okwu. Ọ na-enyekwa aka. No need skyrocketing the age because ị ka ga-awụ onwe gị na. Case finished. Iba ekene m unu. Afa mbụ ozi eji ọfa ada na ofeje ji eme ọnụ ada ọ na-abịa fụrụ ọchị ezi ego ga-adasịsị ya. Ebe isi n'unu m bụ na ekulu potri. Udo dere ndị ba ekene m unu. Have fun. You can share so that people would learn why I prefer people who are way older and extremely matured people, not just by age. Ọ bụrụ onye ya na-enyo m na TV ya. Ebe m nwa na-enyo na